Okay, hello guys. I just want to make a very quick video on my takes on certain issues. There are certain issues going within the crypto community that are actually not very good. Like people actually scamming people with some true ICOs, or you hear cases like bitpetite, CoinRom, and the rest of them. Please, what is a scam? Now, you can see my screen. A scam is a dishonest scheme, a fraud. So I will basically define a scam like a situation where an individual fails a promise. So we could have money scam, we could have marriage scam, or we could have educational scam. So the point actually where the expectation of a party is not fulfilled by another party when the party has already fulfilled its own. So if we have two parties, we have party A and party B actually coming to do business together, and party A has fulfilled its own part of the day, but party B does not fulfill its own part of the day, that is what we call a scam. So supposing you have the house and you wanted to build a house, and you meet a contractor, and the contractor says, well, I'll be using it's going to cost me $50 million to build this house for you. Yeah, okay. It gives you an analysis, everything. Okay, this is why it costs 50 million. I have to buy this, I have to do this, I have to pay this, I have to. Okay, yeah, you say, yeah, I see reasons why. Yeah, I've gone through the paper and I've seen reasons why it's actually worth 50 million. Now, if at the end of the day, this fellow builds this house with less than 50 million, what do you call that? It's a scam. As we go through life, there are many scams that we meet every day. So the crypto community, it's something that is actually new, and a lot of persons are actually using it to defraud people. And I don't know actually, well, if in the next few coming days the government are going to say, or they want to ban cryptocurrency totally. Maybe it's going to come to such an extent. Government is going to say, well, okay, we want to ban ICOs. There are many people who are actually complaining about the government not giving them a chance, like SEC bringing the Security and Exchange Commission bringing in laws that you have to have $200,000 and you have to be earning $200,000 for 2 consecutive years before you are able to actually invest in some companies. But you and I could invest with a little amount we have, and our funds are not going to be locked up in a place. Now, let me open ICO stacks for you. Now, ICO stacks and the other website that actually gives us the state of things, what is going on in the community. Now listen, this is Spectra Coin. It's launched almost a year ago. Look at the returns. This is the coin now. Now look at the difference. Now let's calculate. Hadn't been you invested $100, you would have gotten 100 of this, and currently it's trading for 58, let's say 58 cents. Now your $100 last year could have given you $58,000. Now we already know that these ICOs had a very good way you can actually invest the little you have and make more returns. Now you just saw what I did. Now you can also do this for as many coins that are out there. Look at IOTA. IOTA is still there. Look at Waves. Waves is still there. Now we already know about BitConnect. When BitConnect launched their ICO, the BitConnect ICO, it was selling for around BitConnect was selling for around I think 40 cents. Now BitConnect selling for 40 cents. How much is BitConnect today? BitConnect is going to almost $300. BitConnect is going for almost $300. And when you have a community where you and I can actually you and I can actually invest and make profit, and some individuals are not coming to the space and not giving the government the impression that the banks wish if I give them let's say my dollars, let's say I give them $50. Now if you give the government $50, the bank $50 of, okay, let's say $1,000, and you put $1,000 on a fixed deposit, please, how much is the rate? Let's be practical. Let me search on the internet the fixed deposit rates in the US. We're in the US. Now let's compare the fixed deposit rates for these banks. Now these are the rates for different countries, fixed deposits. Let me see the United States. Okay, I can't find the United States. Let me just pick a random country. Let me pick Ukraine. Now Ukraine is 5.5%. That is the interest rate that you get for 1 year. You see, you can see that this is 1 year when you put your money on a fixed deposit. Now 5.5%, sorry, divided by 100. No, sorry about that. 5.5 divided by 100. That is this times $1,000. So how much are you getting on your money? You're getting $55 after 1 year. What is fixed deposit? You put the money there, and it's only under certain conditions that you can actually go to the bank and actually take back your money. But 90% of the chances that once you put your money is there till the signed period. And not all banks actually allow you to actually make a U-turn. Now, you see this article? Why America banks deposit offer 1 to 3% rate. Now, that is the interest rate they offer. And whereas in India, they're offering 9%. So you now have 1 to 3%, which you saw the chart where different, and your money is locked up. Now let's see borrowing interest rates in the United States. Let's see how much it actually takes. Now we all know that if you go to the bank to borrow money, the bank charges you, let's say 20%. It depends. There are some countries where they charge you, let's say 30%. Let's say, okay, borrow interest rate in, let me pick a random country in Africa like Nigeria. Nigeria is popular, Nigerian banks. Now, although lending rates in Nigeria banks officially remain at 18%, 4% below the NRRO, loans are available in the banks only at an interest. Now the official interest rate is 18%, Now, but loans are available at 20 to 21%. Now, for the man who deposited his $100 on his fixed deposit, the banks make, sorry, let's do this. Let's say 20% divided by 100 times 100. No, times 1,200. So the banks make 200 depending. Now we saw 1 year, for 1 year, the banks are giving this fellow who deposited this 1,000 on fixed deposit $55. Now let's assume somebody borrowed this $1,000 and this $1,000 was borrowed for 3 quarters. A quarter is 4 months. Okay, it's borrowed to a fellow and he pays back the $1,000 with an extra $200, right? And it's borrowed to the second fellow the same amount. It's borrowed to the third fellow the same amount. So by the time it's borrowed to 3 fellows in 1 year, which is 4 months, you now have $600. $600 on your $1,000. Now, how much is the bank remitting to you? $55. How much is the bank getting after 1 year? $554. Now the question is the bank a scam? Well, you might say the bank is not a scam because it's having the government license, but is the rate they are paying, is it actually okay? Is it actually okay? Now let's go to these lending platforms. The lending platforms, they promises to pay 1%. So if you invest like bitconnect, they promises to pay 1%. So they are promising to pay 1% on the investment from 100 to 1,000. Let's see if it is sustainable and let's see what is a scam. From 100 to 1,000, you invested 1,000 and they're paying you 1%. Now they are saying they want to pay up to 40% per month. Now it is accrued daily. Now let's see what is accrued interest. Now in finance, accrued interest is the principal on a bond or loan that has accumulated since the principal investment or since the previous coupon payment if one has already, let's say, very easy one. Now accrued interest is a term used in accrued accounting that disregard cash flows and report interest that has been earned but not collected. So it's like when you hear something like an accrued debt, when someone is accruing debt, like this guy is owing a debt and yet the debt is still piling up and it's still adding up, but this is not compounding. So I'm trying to explain something. So you now have the case where for bitconnect it's an accrued daily, so it's adding daily but they're not paying it to you until the end of 299 days. Now they are saying they will pay 40% per month. So what is 40%? Sorry, 40%, which is this, no, sorry, 40 multiplied by 100. So they are saying they will give you $400 per month. Now 299 days is, let's say, almost 300 days, which is about 10 months, right? 10 months. So 10 months, you now have, let's say 4,000. They are saying up to 40%. Question is it sustainable? Can they give you times 4 of your money for the accrued interest rate? Let's see. For the bank, we said they were able to produce something like $600 on this money, right? Now, can BitConnect give you $4,000 at the end of 299 days? Let's see. Let's go to the cryptocurrency market. Remember, I showed you this is the income tax. Now, they said they trade with your money, right? They trade with your money. And now trading has to do with many stuffs, right? Now, if trading has to do with many stuffs, you don't know how they actually trade. You don't know if they flip coins. This is the volume so far for Bitcoin over the past 24 hours. It's 4 billion. Listen, this is the trade volume. This is the money that has actually come in and got out. This is the volume now. This is the how much is in total of Bitcoin. Now this is like what has been used to transact businesses or people buying, people selling. This is the amount for over almost $5 billion in just 24 hours. Now the question is, for this, were there not people, let's say someone who sold, were there not people who bought sheep? Let's say someone who bought this Bitcoin around $7,000 and it increased to 7,225. Now, can this person collect the margin? This margin? Let's go to his historical snapshots. Let's go to his historical snapshot for these coins. Let's see, and let's trace back. This is 2017. Let's go to May 7th. Let's track the price of Bitcoin and let's see how it goes. Now, what's the price of Bitcoin? The price of Bitcoin is let's put it $1,600. That is for May. And now, how much was it that I showed you? This is 1,579 minus, sorry, I'm supposed to add the first one, minus 722. How much is that? 5,000, almost 6,000. And the question is, they trade it every day. There is a volume that is being traded every day. And if you check yesterday volume for Bitcoin, it's different from today. And then it is being traded every day. Every day. It's being traded every day. Now, the question is this sustainable? So for the fellow who trades every day, it takes the margin. Let's say the price yesterday was we are just assuming the price yesterday was 7,000 and now it's 7,229. Now the guy gets the $200 margin. Now, after selling, the price falls to, let's say, $6,000. He trades again, he waits, he gets it. That is how they trade. If truly they trade. Now, what is a scam? I said a scam is when now they are bringing legal solutions to the cryptocurrency. Now, a scam is when a person does not deliver on a promise. So supposing people doing business, let me type on the internet, people doing business. You've all known about let me use this guy as an example. No. sorry about that. Let me use I want to bring a place where there are 30 persons. Okay, let me bring this picture to illustrate to you what I mean. Now, you've already know the system called the website called AliExpress and other websites out there where you and I, eBay, where you and I can actually list our goods. Now, do you know, let's say this is AliExpress or Alibaba, and this is the seller and this is the buyer. Do you know if this guy and if the website was set up in a way that this fellow, the seller, can actually contact the buyer, the exchange money without an intermediary? Do you know it will be a kind of system where this guy could actually receive money from this guy and not deliver the goods to this guy? Or it could be a system where this guy deliver the goods and this guy does not bring the money. To solve that, you bring in a system, right? So that this guy will be forced to deliver on his promise to this guy. And not only that, this guy cannot play pranks with this guy. So he's not going to receive something. Let's say he ordered for 50 pair of shoes. He's not going to receive 50 pair of this guy is not going to receive 50 pair of shoes and then write to this guy and or write to this guy and say, I got 48 or I got 49. No, this guy is to protect this guy and to protect this guy. But in the cryptocurrency today, it's not yet gone to that level where there are some startups that are actually there, like Kickcoin. Kickcoin is actually there. It's a platform where you can actually do some if you want to invest, if you want to run an ICO, you can actually look into it. Now, there is one people have not actually looked into, McAfee coin. Now, I'm bringing this to I want to explain what is going on within the crypto community, what are scams and what are not scams. You've seen that there are some reports that are actually going on about electrical coin and Falcon coin and some of the other stuffs and the scams that are there. No. Okay. If you go through what is going on in the community, electrical coin, they had a problem where a guy, this is some of the things that were there. So there was a discussion that was sparked up and a guy actually got provoked and his name is Glemp. They had an issue and Glemp hacked into the system of the CEO of the electrical thing. Now that was when he discovered that the CEO was in New York City. And in New York City, you are not permitted to run an ICO, as we've seen in this place. You're not permitted to run an ICO until you have obtained a license. So that license is something to actually protect investors who are investing in ICOs, so that people don't get scammed. That is why you see systems like systems where you can actually, for crowdfunding system, where you can actually list. So there are people who list a project online and like say we need something like Kickstarter. If I am to type Kickstarter, let's go through Kickstarter and let's see what goes on. Now with Kickstarter, anybody can actually launch or start a project, put some pictures, describe what you want to do, and that is it. Now, do you know that there are times where issues like this has actually brought in things? Do you know that? that people actually receive funds and they did not actually go back and fulfill the promise. Now, have you heard of the student loan debts? Well, everybody knows in America that the student or college debts, you know about the college debt. Now, this is a college debt. You know how much it is. And do you know that there are some students? Let's type it on the internet. There are some students who actually receives students who ate their college debts. Now there are stories with students where students actually they got their college they got their student loan. Sorry, let me put it student. They got their student loan, and many of them dropped out of school. They received this money, and they actually dropped out of school. And you see a report where 3/4 of graduates never pay off their student loan. More than 1 million borrowers defaulted on their student loan last year. And you see some of the stories that actually will blow your mind on people that actually take this money, and most of them don't go to school. So they go to the government give them funds to actually school, but most of them don't go to school. So what do you call that? You call that a scam, because you actually received money and you did not do what you said you wanted to use the money for. And that is why sometimes the government does this thing and like, okay, we're not giving you the student loan. If you want to go to school, apply to your school. We will pay it directly to the school. Yeah, because I've discovered things with people. Once money gets in the hands of people, they tend to actually misuse it, or they will not actually do it for the main purpose. So the question is, electrical, like as I was saying, the news was the CEO was actually, they dig the profile and they actually saw who the CEO is. Now this is the CEO. My system. Now this is the CEO. His name is I think I will be able to see him. His name is Brockett. You can see him here. Now this is the guy, and it's the guy that is behind the electrical scam. So they've actually dig this name out and they've seen him that, yeah, this is the guy. So, and he gave an option that he will actually, he has 3 options. One of them is to either move out of New York to another place, or the other one is to, let's say, do something else, and the other one he said to do a refund. Now that is just the update with electrical. The question is, this guy is known and they cannot actually run. And you've seen the story of Ethereum accounts that were freezed. Ethereum accounts. Ethereum accounts locked up. Now it's no longer a news that is actually new. Ethereum account freeze. Sorry. Freeze by user. It's no longer a news. So that someone actually made a mistake and this is the news, and someone actually made a mistake, and 280 million worth of Ether are locked up, and now they are saying they want to work on the problem. But let's see if they are able to work on the problem. Now we already know one of the reasons why Bitcoin, the SegWit actually failed, was because they were not able to reach a consensus within the whole community that they should actually have another hard fork. Now this is a problem, right? This is a problem. I want to ask a question. With all this going on, and let me show you an article. This is an article that I saw that there are quantum computers poses an imminent threat to Bitcoin security. So, with the delivery that what is going on, that Bitcoin actually is anonymous and the rest of them, and now we're seeing about quantum computers poses a threat to this Bitcoin, and you see some of the things that Bitcoin was they launched now. You don't know who the founder is, and these are many questions that are actually rising up right now. Let's bring another question. What is a scam? The fellow, you see this, that the fellow that actually shot people in Texas, in Las Vegas, in Nashville. You heard of that? They were shooting in the church in Nashville. In all these places. Which one is? When this fellow went to buy the gun, did he actually say, wrote down and signed on his paper and said, I'm going to shoot people with this gun? No. Something is a scam when the party does not deliver on its promise. So, if there's an ICO that is going on right there, they are promising to pay, is it 12% to the people. They are no, they are promising to pay 0.1% to the people. Now, you've already know about Lassa Online. Now, look at what Lassa Online is saying. Lassa Online is promising 12% for 12 days on your money. Question is, what is 12% on 12 days on your money? You invested 12%. No, sorry. Is this for 12 days? Is now you invested $1,000 in 12 days. They are saying they are going to give you your money and $450. Question is this thing sustainable? Yeah, it's very, very sustainable. Very, very sustainable. Because if there are people who do trade, you've heard of guys like Timothy Stykes. This is one of the trader. Look at what he did. I became a self-made millionaire by 21 trading penny stocks. Penny stocks turned $12,415 into 1.6. Let's check this. Which is this? This is 1.6 million divided by let's open his website. Now you see the margin 132 times. That was what he got. Now look at what is. I've ever made a mistake now. Look at what is on the website, and everybody knows Timothy Skies, and there are testimonials that is actually now. Look at 4 divided by what is that? 374. Is the question? Is this guy lying? He's not lying. You hear of people like Warren Buffett. You hear Warren Buffett. How did he make his money? He made his money through stocks. Is this thing sustainable? Yeah, it's sustainable. But where does it now become a scam? It now becomes a scam where the individuals does not deliver on their promise. When the individual is saying this thing and he knows he will not actually fulfill the promise. So as an individual, as I'm talking to you, I can't tell you to give me your money. There are people who say, okay, invest your money with me, I'm going to give you such and such by the end of 6 months. Yeah, they do it. But I have not yet mastered the art of investing. So I can't actually tell you to give me your money. If I tell you to give you your if I tell you to give me your money, the intention matters. So if my intention is to take that money and not to use that money to trade and make profit and therefore give you your returns, and the intention is to run away with your money, it now becomes a scam. Look at the returns on this. Look at the returns. You've seen Ezra coin. Extra coin. Now these are the things that are going with electrical coin. Now let's see coin payments. Now the peer-to-peer has been existing even before cryptocurrency came out. So peer-to-peer lending has been existing before these things came out. So they now become a scam where people run away with money. When people take advantage of the pseudonymous or the anonymous nature of Bitcoin and say, okay, wait, this platform is a platform here. Someone can actually send money to you and it becomes irreversible. Nobody can actually dig into the system and now bring this thing. I think with time, if all this continues, all these scams continue, you see bitpetite continue, you see things like Ambase, you see things like crypto solutions, you see things like Coinerum, Lassa. If this continues to scam people and the FBI keep getting reports on this, I think it's gonna shut it down, and every person is gonna have a very bad take on it. And that is when they start shutting it down, and you have the systems like the ICO starts, like I showed you for Spectral coin, and you have the big guys like Bigate now investing, let's say $1 million, because they have the money. Yeah, it's not like you and I that can actually put $1,000 or $500 or $50, and people will even invest $20. Now when they shut down these systems and they bring in guys like, it's not only for big guys as they do with initial public offerings, when you and I that does not have $200,000 cannot actually invest, and they shut down the system because there are some guys who scam people, and someone like Bill Gates now investing $1 million, and the return on this is now 714.32. So this is 71432. The return on the investment is this. The return on investment is this divided by $100%. Now, when someone like Bill Gates now pumps in supposing now pumps in $1 million, he has billions of dollars now, right? He now pumps just $1 million because you and I are now restricted, and they are the only guys who can now actually fund this thing, and he's not getting $714 million, and you and I does not have any part of it. I think we will not know the opportunity we actually threw away. We will not know the opportunity that we actually threw away. Listen, the ICO is an opportunity. Let's not give the government. This is the market cap currently. Okay, I overestimated that, but you will see that if a big guy like only the big guys like Bill Gates, they now start trading this thing, and they're not getting over 700 times their money. That Supposing you and I invested $100, so it's $1,000 where you could have gotten with this amount, you could have gotten this money, and because you or there are some individuals who are actually coming into the space, then when the government shuts down these things, it's going to affect every person. So my plea out there to those who are actually scamming people, please, if you cannot make money in a decent way, please leave. You can actually, there are jobs you can actually do. You can actually mow the grass. You can actually mow the grass for somebody else. Why scam people? Yeah, it's the fellow who does this job, and it's very, and he is getting little. He walks the street, and there is nobody, like it's not like this guy who ran away with people's money now, and he walks the street. Everybody greets him. He's happy with everybody. Whoever wants himself comes to him. That is the best thing to do. He does not create problems for his generation. And you now have, now what about if somebody now comes after you? There are many honorable jobs to do. You could work in Walmart. You could become an Uber driver. There are many things to do. So please, the cryptocurrency that actually came up initially, we did not have the intention. Satoshi Nakamoto did not have the intention of bringing where people will now actually come in, like the government of New York now coming in. No, this thing was intended originally that third parties will not come in. But if individuals now try to play with people's hard-earned income, and we now allow the government to step in, don't be surprised. The government have the supreme authority. The government now says, well, the bank are giving us so much money, and the bank is no more, people are no more going to the bank. Now people are now more focusing, because Bitcoin is now a store of value, and not only is it a store of value, it's something that is increasing, and it has a use. And the bank says, no, this thing is actually threatening our banks, and it's going to threaten us. And if money now comes into the hand of every individual that is out there, we will be in a mess, and we could be unseated. And then you now give the government the impression that, yeah, okay, this thing has flaws. After all, there are people that are being scammed. There are stories that are being scammed. Okay. And the government now sees the reason and says, instead of actually doing things out of, saying that they are doing the things out of envy, they are now saying they are actually doing this thing because of this kind of scams. Don't be surprised tomorrow, like as it's been done in China, all other places, the government is going to come one day and make it illegal. The United States now is having a very soft time on cryptocurrencies. It's having a soft time on the blockchain. And if we allow the federal government to come and say, okay, we no more have dollars, we now have the American, let's say the dollar coin. And therefore, from now henceforth, Bitcoin and every cryptocurrency is now banned. We have now moved from the paper money to crypto money. And then the government now controls the value and everything. And all the features of Bitcoin that has actually helped us. The government stops all this. You and I, we have it to blame. We've seen how the internet has, since the internet came, internet revolution, how it has transformed businesses. How you and I can actually, instead of carrying a stack of books, instead of carrying all these books around, you can now have them in a little device. You can now move them everywhere. And the headset is there. Education it's helping education. The internet is affecting everywhere, helping development. That people can actually now come in with and get courses online for free. And if we now allow this thing that is in its infant stage, we now allow this thing that is in its infant stage to be crushed by some individuals who have ulterior motive, it's going to be disastrous. I don't know what we'll tell the people. I don't know what we'll tell the people. So please, spread the word out to the whole crypto community that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is like a pregnancy. You can actually destroy the life. Bitcoin is still in its pregnancy stage. And if we do things and this thing gets crushed, it's going to be disastrous. And you and I do not want that. So what's my take on these issues? My take on the issues are, it's time for a revolution in the crypto space. I will not say the government should be brought in, but I still strongly suggest that the government should be brought in, because it's a known fact of life that individuals